Okay, this is Johnny Boy at Fight Hype. We have a special guest with us here, direct from Thailand, Mauricio Suleiman. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Johnny, very happy. I'm wrapping up the convention, which has been a huge success. More than 2,000 people from all over the world, with so many topics that we discuss and a great action plan for 2026. In fact, look who is here next to me. Duran.
Yeah. The great Roberto Duran. Panama. Hands of
Viva
Stone.
Panama. Roberto
right.
Duran, the legend.
The legend, absolutely, man. That's a blessing. Now, I want to get right into Mauricio. You know, there was some things that occurred, yesterday. Terence Crawford talked about being stripped of the WBC. A lot of people are talking about it, and he had a few reasons why he felt that it was wrong for him to be stripped when Canelo Alvarez was able to hold the title for 2 years and he didn't face Benavidez. He thinks that there was a favoritism and that you were upset about him winning the matchup and beating Canelo Alvarez. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I'm not gonna get into ridiculous arguments. There is rule and order, and he made a decision. He took a decision, and he acted upon his decision, and the WBC had to take a decision. So I wish Terence Crawford great success in his life in boxing and outside of boxing. He's a family man. I've seen the work he does with the community, and I wish him the best. That's all news. That's yesterday. Today, we have so many great things. I just spoke to Floyd Mayweather. I spoke to Oscar de la Hoya, to Oshaki Foster, Duran, Leonard, Hagler, Hearn, everybody. That's the WBC. So that's all news. I'm not going to engage in ridiculous accusations that I don't even heard what he said or read. They told me a few things, and I'm not going to. I have thousands of messages from this convention, positive people that are inspired to change boxing, to make it great, to go back home and do great things. It would be so ridiculous to go back and get stuck in one topic that is hurtful and negative. I choose the high road, and I'm enjoying life, and we have so many things. We are the world of boxing. We are the voice of boxing. Many great things for come.
Okay. Now Oscar De La Hoya, he defended you earlier today, and he talked about Dana White and Turkey and everyone coming to making Terence Crawford the puppet and having him only go for one belt, the Ring Magazine belt, which doesn't pay any fees. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think there's any truth in that? That this is like this could be the beginning? Is there any concern actually for other fighters following suit and then dumping all the belts, and then there's only one Ring Magazine belt? Is that the plan? Do you feel that Turkey are in Terence Crawford's ear?
I have no concerns. We can only do what we do. We cannot control what other people do, and the WBC is Muhammad Ali, Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather, Tyson, Lennox, Hagler, Duran, Hearns, Chavez, Mayweather, Crawford, Pacquiao. Fighters are the only reason of existence for the WBC. And we will always support the fighters. And I have no issue. I have an unbelievable working plan for 2026. So many things to do and so many great things to do. And we're excited, and the boxing industry is great. We are ending the year in 2025 on the 27th December with a great match. And then January 10, several matches around the world. So boxing is in a great place, and there's nothing like boxing. Nobody can own boxing. We owe to the fighters and to the fans. That's it.
But I just think about the younger fighters looking up to Terence Crawford and then maybe following suit. What if they were all to abandon the titles and then they all fought for the Ring magazine? Is there any way you'd be able to work with Terence Crawford? He said that all the other sanctioning bodies were willing to accept a lower amount of money. He said you were the only one that wasn't willing to go lower. What was your response to that?
There are rules and there's an order, and the WBC is the WBC. I cannot compare to anybody else. And he signed a contract. He fought to fight for the WBC title. He fought to fight for the undisputed title. He knows the rules. He does not want to abide by the rules. It's okay. He can go other ways.
Okay. Would you be willing to work with him or speak with him to maybe resolve something and work with him in the future? Because the rematch is probably going to happen with Canelo Alvarez, correct?
I have no idea. I talk to everybody. I have no hard feelings to anyone. We ended up the convention with the WBC Cares initiative. We had a very nice cardboard of champions, including Terence, and we all signed a nice cardboard signature of Terence Crawford. We're gonna send it to him, wishing him the best. If the path crosses again, perfect.
So what are the future plans for 2026? What do you have lined up for the WBC?
We have many plans on the agenda. We're going to work very hard on the fighters' plan for retirement, financial retirement. We're going to work on the need to report knockouts in the sparring, in the gyms, all the matters that have to do with weight reduction. We had many different topics on the medical side that we're working. A lot of technology that came and be presented at the convention. Fight book, RG. We had Ready to Fight. Several companies that are putting Balis, very nice interactive information for fan interaction. Ring officials, we did a lot of work with the judges and referees. The WBC Cares was sensational, beautiful visit to a school here in Thailand. And just the plan for 2026 is very aggressive, many things to do. But the most important thing is the loyalty and the unity that we have in the WBC. People from all over the world, on all sections, promoters, managers, fighters. You know, we had Alexander Usyk, Katie Taylor, Nassim Hamed, Amir Khan, Roberto Duran, Jeff Fenech, 12 Thai champions, 8 champions from Mexico, so many former champions, current champions, and future stars. We had more than 120 fighters in the convention, so it was just an unbelievable gathering and very enthused and very motivated to continue making the difference in the sport.
Absolutely. And where will the next convention be at?
We have 4 proposals. One is Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. One is Turkey. One is Poland. The other one is Australia. So by January, February, we'll have a definition of the site and the date for next year's convention.
And Mauricio, what are your thoughts on Turkey and Dana White being involved in the business? Do you think that they're trying to take over the entire sport, or there's room for everyone to work together?
I don't know very much about it. When they initiated a press conference, the WBC immediately opened their arms. We welcome anyone coming into the sport, whether it's a promoter, manager, trainer, platform, system, ideas. And I heard there was a hearing at the Senate yesterday, and they're trying to change the law or modify the law in the United States. I don't know who, I don't know what that group is. I believe it's Dana White and other conglomerate of multi-billion-dollar companies, which is good for boxing. People come on to promote. And in fact, the changes, if there are changes in the law, then it has an effect, because the Muhammad Ali Act is and was designed and is in effect to protect fighters. There's a lot of confusion and miscommunication about what those changes would bring out. But the WBC, as I said, we have no concern. We are always for the fighters before, during, and after the championship years inside the ring. And there's so many fighters around the world. And boxing cannot be boxing without Pacquiao from Philippines, Inoue from Japan, Usyk from Ukraine, Tyson Fury from London, Canelo from Mexico. So it is the world of boxing, and we are very, very positive that there are many great things to come.
Absolutely. Max Kellerman spoke with Mr. Khan earlier today in an interview, and they spoke about
please. No, please, I will not comment because that is a scripted commentary. Okay. The WBC does not have outlets. They own that outlet, so they can script. And it is so embarrassing how low Max Kellerman, Mike Coppinger, they have gone so low because they do represent a publication. So it is scripted. It's biased completely. So I don't like to comment on that.
Okay. Well,
you are doing an interview. This is not biased. I am answering every single question.
Absolutely.
And I don't owe anything to you. You don't owe anything to me. You ask, I respond. But to talk about a program that is scripted, absolutely not.
Okay, well, what about the Muhammad Ali Act? They spoke about just it having an option for the fighter to go a different direction, and they still nothing's going to change. They're just going to add an option where you can fight for another company. You don't have to just stay with the Muhammad Ali Act. That
is not true? That is not true. Fighters have options. They can sign with Golden Boy, with Top Rank, with Iron Tiger, with Queensberry, with Matchroom, with John Doe. Those are the options, and Muhammad Ali Act helps them to have representation, a manager to sit down and negotiate and know the financials of every event. And the Muhammad Ali Act prevents the promoters from having a abuse of power, controlling a fighter, controlling the rankings, controlling a title. The WBC has to disclose many things to the authorities in the United States on every fight, on the rankings every month. It is a big cloud that should be analyzed and put openly, because they're very smart on trying to say they're very smart and everybody's not as they are. It is a very controversial thing that should not be taken lightly.
I agree. I think that would be good for you both, or all three of you, to discuss and talk about that on a non-biased channel like this. Where we can get together and we can all, they can say what they believe and you can say what you believe, and then we talk facts. And then at some point, we're all fans and we want to see the best fighters fighting the best fighters, and we want to protect the fighters as well. So I think that would be a great conversation to have.
It's very easy to have a one-way outlet conversation and say what you want to say without any questioning. And instead of a reporter reporting, being a cheerleader.
That's different, but this is neutral here, so we can have you both, all three of you on here. That would be better, right, Mauricio? So you can give your opinion.
I'll be happy to be there. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I'll reach out to them and we'll see if we can get us all together and we can make boxing back greater for everyone, right?
Super. I love it.
Absolutely. Mauricio, thank you so much for your time. Is there any final message you have for Crawford or the boxing fans, your fans?
No, Crawford is all news. That was yesterday, as I said. We have so many great things happening. We have 3 WBC world title fights in San Antonio tomorrow. We have the Riyadh season WBC Boxing Grand Prix Finals, December 20. We have the Samurai Night in Riyadh, December 27. Santa Claus is coming, December 25th. A new year coming. And then we begin with a bang. January 10, Dalton Smith, challenging Subriel Matias and fights in the UK. I'm just very excited. Many things that are coming. And the most important, boxing family is united. I just got a call from Floyd Mayweather. I spoke to my dear Oscar. I spoke to promoters and officials and all the unity. I don't know. Have you ever been in a WBC convention?
No, but I was trying to go to Thailand. I wanted to go out there with you. We spoke about it in Vegas, but I couldn't get a chance to get out there. I'm going to the Jake Paul soon, at the Jake Paul Joshua fight.
I hope you can experience one day, because then you will understand what the WBC is all about.
Well, I'm a big fan of the WBC. It's always been my favorite belt. I'm not just saying that because I'm interviewing you right now, but they have a lot of history and a lot of champions, and I've always supported the WBC and all the other organizations. I just want everybody to get along so we can see the best fights.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you anytime. I'll be more than happy to be with you.
Absolutely. Mauricio, before we get you out of here, will you be there January 31st for Shakur versus Teofimo? Shakur has the WBC belt. Will you be there?
Most likely, yes. Where is the fight? Do you know where it will be? I will do my best
most
to
likely
be
the
there.
Madison Square Garden or the Barclays.
One weekend before the Super Bowl.
Do you have a winner? Do you see how that fight plays out? Yes, 1 weekend before the Super Bowl. Do you have a winner? Did you pick a winner between the two?
No, boxing is about styles and performance, mental wellness, fitness, preparation, strategy, and everything can happen with one punch. Everything can change.